Hi guys, welcome to the Soul on Fire show. Today is Wednesday, and this is where we merge science and spirituality to get you to the highest version of yourself, set your soul on fire, and ignite that passion within. I'm so excited for you guys. Today is a big show because we are going to talk about the middle. We're going to talk about the point in where you have a desire and your manifestations comes into your reality, the middle point of how it actually transpires from a desire, a thought, a thing into your actual manifestation. Guys, welcome. Thank you for being here on the live. Thank you for being on the replay. My name is Noelle Agape, and I am a leading expert in health, wellness, and consciousness. And we go deep into science and spirituality on this channel. And what we do is we understand vibration, we understand frequency, and we talk about you manifesting your desires and how your life is truly teaching you every single moment of every day. So today we are going to talk about the middle, right? The point from where you desire something that's burning in your soul and setting your soul on fire to it actually manifesting from the 5D into the 3D into your reality. The middle space is probably the hardest space of all of the we talk about the heart and mind coherence here. We talk about going through your chakras. We talk about energy. We talk about spirituality. But today we're going to talk about real life stuff, like the real life of your vibration and what is blocking you. You're blocking you, but what is actually like your thoughts and your things and what is blocking you from it manifesting in your life. So what does that mean, right? That's a whole lot, guys. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a quantum energy trainer. I am a licensed counselor, and I'm an NLP trainer, which is the neurolinguistics of the brain and the body, communicating you to you. And so what I teach is truly that everything is vibration. As we are vibration, we are energy. And when we understand that, that is when we start to dance with the universe. And that's when things start to shift in our lives. I do have to tell you that there was a period of time often, and my life the past month has been crazy, guys. When I tell you crazy, I mean like stuff that has never happened to me in my life, like wonky vibrations that are never really like fully manifesting, and then like weird things are coming instead of the actual manifestation. And so what happens in that case is that often when you are moving to a different space in your life, your identity and your core beliefs, your subconscious mind believes that you are in a certain paradigm, and it locks you into that paradigm. And obviously we're here for expansion and growth, and that is the reason why our soul is here to expand and experience, right? And so we're always creating more, and our soul is like, oh my gosh, let's go, I want to create, and your soul wants to create, your soul wants to expand, and your ego wants to stay safe, right? And so the battle between your soul and your ego is truly where the middle is in the manifestation process, and that's what we're going to talk about today deeply in this show. We're going to talk about different segments of how, when you understand that the middle is actually okay, and handling the middle, and what to do in the middle, and what to do while your manifestation is still brewing and coming, right? And so just like a gestation period of a baby, a manifestation has the same thing, right? And so if you are in alignment with something, regardless, good, bad, or indifferent, it will show up into your reality. If you are not in alignment with it, what happens often is you get stuck in that middle pocket of the void, is what I call it. And so when you understand that the void is actually where the creation is still gestating, right? It means that you're not quite in alignment there yet, but the desire's already been shot and the rocket's already shot into the universe, and you're still cultivating it in the energetic fields. I guess that's the best way to describe it, is that you are seriously a creator. And when you understand that you have the energy that creates worlds running through you, it is this beautiful gift to the universe. Your gifts are not yours, they come through you. So the middle, right? You have this desire, you have this inner pull. At first it starts out like this still small voice, and then it becomes stronger and stronger once it's connected to your soul. And so what I want to ask you guys really quickly is, have you ever, there's no difference between, and Esther says this all the time, between manifesting a button and manifesting a castle, except for the fact of where you are vibrationally, right? And so if you're a vibrational match to it, it will appear. So have you ever thought of something and like with like a parking spot or, a phone call, and then within instants, it literally shows up? That means that you didn't really have much resistance to it. And so resistance in a manifestation process is really where it gets all gunky. And so the core belief system of the subconscious is from 0 to 7 years old. We have this paradigm that is really our true subconscious, but it's not our truth, right? Our brain is so malleable, and so a circumstance or a situation may have happened when we were little that actually can prevent us from our manifestations when we're like 50 or 60 years old. So what does that mean, right? And so again, guys, I go through this on a daily basis, and I teach this, and I still have like wonkiness. I have, had massive wonkiness in my relationship this past year. And I've had massive wonkiness with my home and my business. Why? Because when you move to the next level, your subconscious gets locked into an identity of feeling safe, right? And so my business is moving to the next level. My show is going in a different direction, something completely new that I've never done before. We're going to travel and lifestyle. And when your subconscious is safe, right, that's when your ego starts to pull back. And that's when you start to feel like, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'm not safe, secure, and protected, I'm not lovable, I'm not whole and complete. And so your subconscious, or your amygdala, is your fear trigger in your brain. What it does, literally, it goes into fight or flight, guys. I mean, fight is like, I'm gonna roar, I'm gonna be upset, and I'm type A, so I'm quite the tiger. I roar, right, when I'm upset and I'm not in alignment with my highest self. I am such an emotional being, and I feel things at the depths of my soul that I literally, like, I do not do well when I'm not in alignment. And the other type personality is that you flight, right? And so it's an avoidant personality, or it's an anxious personality. There's also secure personalities. We're going to talk about that in the next segment. But what it is in the middle is how you feel when your manifestation hasn't come to you yet, right? So you have a soul pulling you, calling you. Okay, I want to do this. Oh, I want to be married. I want $1 million, whatever it is that you want. It's the second that you ask, it goes into your vibratory field, and it actually gets shot out, and the universe says, okay, this is what she wants, right? And so the universe at that moment shows you where you are in alignment with it, right? And so the middle, that's where the resistance comes in. So the only thing holding you back from your manifestation actually appearing into your reality, because in the field of infinite possibilities, it already exists, right? It's just you being a vibrational match to it. So in the field of possibilities, it goes out there, and it's already created. And so it's your job at that point to become a vibrational match to it. Meaning that if something is not showing up in your current reality, that you're not a vibrational match to it. But you could be ready to be ready, meaning that you could be stepping into your desire and not a vibrational match to it, but understanding that it's coming, right? And when you understand that that the vibration is coming, that you just have to get into alignment with it. It's actually your job and to do the work and you have to take accountability for your emotions, and your emotions are your guidance system along the path. This feels really good. Oh, wow, I'm really sad right now. Oh, wow, I'm really angry right now. And so the lower vibrations are never, ever going to get you to the manifestation other than the manifestation of a lower vibration, right? And so your lower vibrations will show you where your resistance is. Your higher self, God, source, the universe, the vibration of whatever it is that you desire is actually at a very high vibration, meaning that if it's at love or above, which is a 500 hertz frequency. And if you want to talk, I'll link below the scale of the emotional scale. But the 500 hertz frequency and above, love and above, is joy, bliss, enlightenment. That is where your highest self is standing, holding your manifestation, saying, okay, I know that this is what you want, and I'm going to show you where you're in alignment with it, right? And so there's no intrusion at all, guys. There is nobody's coming in and saying, you can't have this, that you're not worthy. The only thing that is happening is your subconscious belief from when you were children is repeating on a loop, right? And so, and in the second segment, we're going to talk about the avoidant, the anxious, and the secure positions of where your attachment styles are. Now, that's not just in love, guys, but this is a big thing out into my community, this personal development community, but many people just acute it to love, where it truly can be, you can be anxious with regard to money. You can be anxious with regard to your home. You can be anxious with regard to your business, or you could be avoidant as well. And so if you're not coming from a secure place, that you know that you are worthy, that you know that you are lovable, that you know that you are good enough, right? And you could be really knocking it out of the park in one area of your life, but not in the other areas of your life. And there are 7 components of your life that I'll go through in the next segment that will show you exactly where your vibrations are. So what are we going to do today? I'm going to teach you how to actually understand what vibration you're at. And that's the cool thing, guys, is that when you understand what vibration you're at, you can actually start there, right? And so starting there is such a beautiful gift. And so many, almost all of people that are trying to manifest are like, but where is it? But where is it, Noelle? But where is it, right? And that is actually, that's putting you back into contraction energy. And we've spoken about this in different shows about expansion and contraction energy. When you're in expansion energy, that's when you're moving up the vibrational scale, right? And so when you understand and you have emotional intelligence and spiritual maturity, and you understand that it is coming, regardless, it is coming. When you are a vibrational match to it, it will show up in your reality, period. And what you are living on a daily basis is the past energy that you have used towards your creation. So if something hasn't shown up in your vibratory fields, it's truly because you're not doing the inner work, right? So if it's kind of like Groundhog Day and the same thing is happening over and over and over again, and this actually has been happening to me in the last 2 months. My daughter and I were laughing about the movie, The Groundhog Day, the other day, because it's been happening to me. And then I just stopped and I was like, wait, whoa, okay. What if I just, it already exists, right? And what if I had a new understanding of what it was, as opposed to going in and trying to fix it, right? Because when we get into the field of, as healers, as empaths in the spiritual community that we live in, we're always trying to heal. We're always trying to manipulate. We're always trying to go into the inner child. We're always trying to clear our chakras and an aura. And I just paused and I was like, okay, this is actually just where I am. And I'm just going to accept where I am. And people will not like that. And I'm going to promise you this, that people will not like when you start to say, it's coming. And they're going to be like, yeah, when is it coming? I don't know. It's coming. Oh, Noelle, is that your woo-woo belief thinking, fairies and bubbles are going to bring it to you? Or you have to be so in alignment with yourself that you don't listen to the outside world. The middle is the pocket where the outside world has everything to say. Their anxiety, their fears, their anger, their frustration of what's going on in their life is trying to impede on what's going on in yours. You are the only person on this planet that can actually allow your vibration in. There are cooperative components all the time. God, source, universe uses people to bring your vibration, your manifestation in, yet you are the only cooperative component that is the most important thing, right? So somebody can bring you the money, or someone can put it in the bank, or what, you can get a client or whatever it may be. You could be with the love of your life. That's a cooperative component. But the only person that can get into alignment with it is you. So when you're not in alignment, the middle truly is this pocket. And it's really uncomfortable. When I tell you really uncomfortable for most, it is uncomfortable because it is the lower vibrations that are showing you, one, where you are vibrationally, but two, of how you can be better. One, to be a better person and serve humanity, but two, of what you're doing and what you're doing wrong. So it takes a huge person of spiritual maturity to go in and actually understand that it's not here yet, but it's coming. And to block out the, where is it? Why is it coming? Oh, it's not showing up in your, what are you doing? And, when everybody is talking in your ear and everybody's talking at you, you're going to absorb their energy. When you hold firm in that middle space, and the middle is actually not a bad space. Contrast is showing you where your greatest desire is. It's just showing you that you're not in alignment with it. So in the next segment, guys, I'm going to actually take you through an activity that shows you exactly where your vibration is. It's a really cool activity, so stay tuned because it's super important to understand on a daily basis what you're connected to and what you're not. And the great thing is guys, that, you know, there are many, many, many times that this is going to happen to you. And again, I'm 50 years old and I did this for a living for 20 years. I have a spiritual coach. I have all of these things. I've done all the healing, and still craziness happens. And so when you understand that, you know, and if anybody's telling you in the outside world, you know, the guru world, that life is bubbles and unicorns and everything is perfect and just meditate and just be, they're not being truthful to you, right? The raw and realness is that we're here to expand. And so the more that you're here to expand, the more that you will expand. And it's how you handle that expansion. And there will always be things happening in life. Always. There will always be things that will make you expand and it'll push you to grow. And if you're not expanding, you're not growing. And your soul, that's when massive life things happen. When you get sick, when you get rocked, you know, when things happen. The other time when other life changes happen on a big, big, big note, like with me this last month, is truly when your soul is done with things that you keep on your subconscious looping, right? And so NLP, it's called looping, where you get, I call it the monkey brain, and your brain keeps going over and over and over again, and you have no idea why, right? So there are two different spaces in the middle. There's the space where you have an understanding of your vibration. You have an understanding that it's coming. You have an understanding that you have to have patience. There's a void between your desire and your manifestation. And most of the time, it's 100% of the time that the inner work that you have to do. That's the first component. The second component is when you do the inner work, right? It is understanding you can't stay in that space. You cannot stay in a lower vibration and expect to get to a higher vibration. You just can't. There's no possible way that the frequencies match. So that's kind of like saying, I want to listen to country, and you putting a hard rock station on, and you're not understanding why the country music is not playing, right? It is that simple. And so when in this human realm, we have this ability to have stress, and we have this ability to have anxiety, and we have this ability to have fear, and we have this ability to also have joy. And if something is showing you emotionally where you are, that's your pivot point, guys. And that's where on the other side of that, and sometimes it may take time, it may take a minute for you to get vibration to be a vibrational match to your desire. It's everybody else that doesn't want it to take a minute, right? But if you're okay knowing this is where I am right now, and I'm accepting where I am, right? And understanding that I've done some things that I need to do differently. I have put myself in a position that I'm not comfortable with. My higher self is showing me that there's growth here to be done. What growth do I need to hear? What is this teaching me? What is this showing me? Oh, everybody around me is putting a lot of pressure on me, right? And whatever it is, it's your responsibility to own that. So that's the one pocket. The next pocket is truly if you're just not willing to do the work, and you believe in without question that everybody else around you is manifesting something. They're involved in your manifestations. And what do I mean by that? This is very much the victim, right? This is the person that is like, you know, society, the government, everything is wrong, and it's coming down, and I need to fight for my freedom, and I need to do this, and I need to do, you know, I need to do, right? That is the broken paradigm of so long, 2000 years, actually, since that we're in the age of Pisces, that it was the religious that had control over us, and then the government that had control over us. The industry allowed those paradigms to be created. Now we're in the age of Pisces, Aquarius, and that's the age of individuation, right? And the age of individuation is actually looking inside of yourself and saying, no, I actually have the power. I'm connected to source. But understanding that if you're not in alignment with it, you're not in alignment with it. And so not blaming anyone else, not blaming anything, not blaming anyone, understanding that your true power comes within, right? And this is very, very much the Eastern way. And what very wrong in this Western society is that there is always someone else that can take accountability, but no one is looking within. So on today's show, we're going to go deep into all of this stuff. We're going to talk about how to actually move from the middle to your actual manifestation. One of the biggest pieces is surrendering, and understanding that surrendering is a huge component, and understanding why the surrender, and understanding why the life is teaching you and what is showing you, and how on this journey we can actually manipulate time and space. And yes, there are moments, guys, where I am in my unicorn mode. And yes, there are moments where, I think something and it appears magically. And then there are other things in my life that are a lot harder, right? Why? Because your belief system believes that. And we're going to go into the second segment. So stay tuned, because I'm going to teach you how to read your grid, right? We talk about your emotional grid all the time. It's so important to understand your energetic and your emotional grid. If you have not watched my show from last week or the week before, just go back and watch it, because that talks about the emotional grid and energetic grid, and where you have your components. Do I have my husband in my relationships in my parent component? Is it in the divine feminine, and is it in the divine masculine? There's a certain point where, especially if you work in the energetic fields as much as I do, where you just need to lean back, right? And when you're doing too much and you're healing too much, and you're constant. I mean, you can heal. The humanity's been around for what, hundreds, thousands of years, right? And so you can keep going back, and you can go back to the beginning of time if you keep healing. So there has to be a moment in time where you just stop. And I'll talk about that and what that looks like in the next segment, guys, of how when you're just going down the wrong path, or when you're in the middle and you're just trying and grinding and not getting out of that rut, and what's actually going on when you're not going in that rut. When you're in that rut, it is your ego, and your ego actually loves to be in that rut. As strange as that sounds, your amygdala is like, no, I'm safe in this rut. It's safer in this rut than it is to expand. So I'm going to keep you in this rut, and we're going to show you how to break that in just a moment, guys. Today's show is sponsored by my company, Noelle Agape Global, where we truly tap into your higher version of yourself. We go into your soul's purpose, and we see you as a whole and bring your gifts out to the world. We will be right back, guys. Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for being on the Soul on Fire show. I'm super excited to be here, because today we're talking about the vibrational middle and what that looks like. We're talking about how to move from your desire to actually your manifestation, understanding the vibratory fields, understanding your emotional body, understanding your energetic body, your mental body, and your physical body, and how to get there. Thank you for being here on the live. Thank you for those that are watching the replay. My name is Noelle Agape. I'm a leading expert in health, wellness, and consciousness. So let's get right in. How do we move from the middle, which is after our desire, but in between the manifestation? How do we do that, right? Truly, it is by going through your emotional body, your mental body, your physical body, and your energetic body. I'm going to walk you through each one of those and what it looks like in the different components, because when you're working with energy, it's very different than when you're working with your subconscious, right? And so you have to understand who you're talking to and when and what you're doing in the manifestation process. Again, the biggest thing is having patience, and the biggest thing is also being kind to yourself, guys. Be loving and kind, and know that without question, the manifestation is already done. Meaning that you ask and it is given, and that is the most important thing. If you asked for something and then you just released it and forgot about it, it would absolutely 100% have to show up, because that's the law of the vibratory field, right? And so it would have to show up. The only thing that is holding your resistance back is the resistance that you hold within you. So let's go through the different bodies and allow you to understand the middle, right? Because the middle is not fun. The middle is the part where the dream and the desire of the manifestation is when you visualize and it feels so good and you're so excited. And then, the manifestation aspect of it is when it comes in, and that's when it's exciting as well. The middle piece is really where you have to do the work. And this is where on a regular basis, you have to check in with you about where you are with it emotionally. So let's talk about the energetic grid first, and then we'll go into the mental body, the physical body, the emotional body, and the spiritual body, and what each of those look like and how to actually understand each of those. Okay, so your energetic grid is a grid around you that truly is your core belief systems, and it is actually your soul comes in and says, okay, hey, I'm going to learn this lesson. That's my soul contracts, and your sacred contracts are your destiny. And all of these lessons are going to lead me to my destiny. So I'm coming into my DNA. I'm coming into my family history. I'm coming into my paradigms. I'm coming into the environment that I grew up in. I'm coming into as a body as a woman. I'm coming into the body as a man. I'm coming in as the divine feminine, the divine masculine, the wounded feminine, the wounded masculine. I'm also taught between 0 and 7 of what the masculine and feminine energies are. I'm taught because I see my surroundings, right? And so the energetic grid is your core belief system, right? And so there are 4 different components of where you are putting yourself into. So it's relationship and intimacy. It's basically relationship and intimacy. It's finances and career, if you want to say that. And it is which ties into business and things like that. And then it is your health. That is a huge component, right? Your physical body and your health. And then it is also understanding your connection to your higher self and your destiny, right? And so within those 4 components, there is a lot that you can break down, right? So many times people put their grid, right? I'm just going to use relationships or money on this case, because those are the 2 most. Like most of the time people want a healthier body, they want more money, or they want a good relationship. Those are the core that everybody usually wants. The most important thing actually is your spirituality and living your soul's purpose, because if you're not, that's where your energetic grid will get really wonky. And so many people leave that out, but that's a part of spiritual maturity, is understanding that it's your health, it's your finances, it's your business, it's your relationships and your intimacy and your level of relationship and intimacy. And it is your spirituality and your connection to your source, your highest self, and your power. If you're not connected to any of those, it will lead you away from your soul's purpose, and your soul's purpose will always guide you on that way. So we have an emotional grid that we come into, an energetic and emotional and physical grid that we come into with paradigms already built in. Those are our soul contracts, and our soul contracts, those are our life lessons so our soul can expand, right? And each of us have individual soul contracts as well as humanity as a whole. All of us on this planet right now together have an individual soul contract, and we have a collective soul contract too. And so that's the grid, right? It is your relationships and your intimacy. It is your finance and career, or just finance and money. It is your body and your health, and then it is your spirituality and your soul's purpose. And so when we're younger, we put things in our grid. Money is this. Love is this. Men are this. Women are this, right? And you learn at a very young age what your grid, it fills in. Your grid fills in very, very quickly. And then as an adult, that's where you get really wonky with your manifestations, when your emotional and energetic grids are filled in so much that your vortex, like the vortex of energy that your manifestations are, which is your highest self, your highest vibrations, God, source, universe, whatever you believe it to be, a better version of you. It's a vortex of energy, and your grid will allow you to actually either be into the vortex and in alignment with it, or away from it, right? And so this is deep quantum mechanics, but I'll put it into layman's terms with you. So your emotional grid is your emotional body, right? And so where in your emotional body is your And you can just take a pen and write this down. This is a great exercise. I do this with almost every single one of my clients. Where in your emotional body are you with money? On a scale from 1 to 10, where are you with money? Oh, okay, I'm at a 2. Okay, what do you have to do? So at that point, I want you to say money is, close your eyes and listen. Money is, well, I'm just going to say root of all evil. That's a big one for people, right? Money is joy. Money is freedom. Money. And so, but I want you to keep asking your subconscious a certain thing. You could go through this with every part of your body, but I'm just going to stick to one thing just because we're for the show. So money is the root of all of you. What's behind that? Is that the truth? No, it's not the truth. What's really behind it? There's fear, anger, hurt, sadness, guilt, and shame, right? It's one of the two. So whatever you resonate with, good. Okay. So there's guilt and shame, which is actually the lowest vibration. Where is that guilt and shame? Is that mine? Is it my parents? On my grid, where is money? Is it in the same box as my parents? And my parents believed that they had to struggle for money, so I have to work really, really hard for that. Oh, okay. That makes me really angry. Let me go back and actually reparent myself. So that's the key. First, you have to find awareness, and then you have to come to acknowledge where it is on your grid, right? So you have to acknowledge, you have to find awareness of your emotion behind it, the core belief, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not safe, secure, and protected. That's a big one. I'm not whole and complete, or I'm not lovable. That's a big one as well. You have to ask yourself those questions, right? And then from that space, you actually have to go even deeper, and you have to say, okay, what's the emotion? What's behind the emotion? Whose emotion is this? Who taught me this emotion, right? Where on my grid is it? Oh, money for me was connected to my dad, right? And you guys know my dad was an abusive alcoholic, but he was a fantastic businessman, but he was really shady, like super, super shady and crazy. And like, and then my mom was a single mom, and it was really hard because she was codependent upon her family for help. And so money for me got super wonky when I was trying to grow my business. So in my grid, my money was in my wounded feminine and my wounded masculine. And so what I did in my manifestations is I moved my money. I moved my mom and my dad into the divine feminine, into the divine masculine energies. I saw them in the highest self. I had a conversation with their higher selves. Then I moved my money into my divine feminine, because for me, I don't want to grind. I don't want to work. I want my money to flow to me, right? And that's the divine feminine. So I moved my money into the divine feminine. But from that space, you have to pause. And this is the middle that I'm talking about, guys, is that I moved it there. And I promise you, the second that I moved it there, guys, everything in my life of the belief systems, the identity, the things that I have created in my ego came up, right? Whoa. You moved your money from this space where we were super safe, where it was in the wounded feminine and the wounded masculine, into the divine feminine. And now I don't like it there. Your ego's going to say, I don't like it there. Your amygdala's going to say, no, I need to go into fight or flight, right? And so fight or flight, your money will go into fight or flight if you're not secure with money. Your relationships will go into flight or flight. So the avoidant, the anxious, or the secure behavior patterns, it just doesn't go into love. It goes into money. It goes into career. It goes into your spiritual purpose. It goes into everything. Where are you in that space? Do you get anxious when you don't have money? Do you get avoidant when you don't have money, and you go into truly retraction? Do you get and it might not be money, guys. It might be relationships. I'm just choosing money to teach today. Are you secure? Are you like, no, I'm good? Like, and guys, I promise you, I am secure in a lot of my life. And there are areas of my life that I'm not secure in. And there's always a pocket that you need more work. And that's your soul's expansion, right? And mine happens to be in relationships. And this month was money, but not usually with money, because, my business has been doing really, really well. But a lot of my old patterns have been coming up prior to, this month. I had to do a lot of work on the money, but this month I'm moving to a completely different level in my relationship. I'm starting a brand new TV show. I'm with a brand new station, completely doing something different. And it was so wonky and so crazy because my subconscious was like, no. What are you talking about? We spent 10, 15, 20 years building this. You're going to do something else? No. You're not going to do that. And so you're either secure, you're avoidant, or you're anxious, right? So my anxious started to kick in, and my old patterns of anxiety started to kick in, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, I got to do this. And I started to go like into the doing, right? And instantly was like, I have to do this because of my anxiety. Then I took a couple of days and I like avoided it. And I was like, whoa, no, I just need a minute. And then now I finally got back to the place of security where it's like, no, you got this. You've done this before, right? You could do this. And so it's a whole process in the middle, which is what we're talking about, of the self-soothing, right? The self-soothing and understanding where you are and moving from where you are to where you need to be, but acceptance in where you are, right? And not trying to do or have or move or right. And so I was so in the healing mode because I'm a quantum energy trainer. I went back in and I was manipulating my grids. I was doing this. I was doing a lot. Finally, I just paused and I just said, it's done. Okay. Can't do this anymore, right? I can't do the doing anymore. There's something that's got to be shifted within me, and I need to allow it to shift. So there is a point in time in your vibratory fields where you actually have to retract, where there's nothing more that you can do because, you're just getting into your own way at that point. So again, your emotional grid is one of the biggest things that you can learn how to manipulate and how to understand. There are 4 categories. It is always relationship and intimacy. It is finance. It is body and health, and it is spirituality. And I want you to think of like a grid around you. When you just, close your eyes, think of a grid around you. And I want you to think about where are those 4 subjects in your life, right? Where are they? Okay, so good. From here, I want you to now start to look at your grid and how wonky is your grid, right? Is like, I want you to see what's in like the divine energies and what's not in divine energies, and what needs work and what doesn't need work. Because that, I promise you, when you understand that, that's the emotional body. And so now I want you to go to the mental body once you're in the grid, and I want you to start asking yourself about the emotional feelings that you have. This is your mental body, right? And so you're connecting your emotional body with your mental body. I want you to go in and do I have a monkey brain? Do I feel anxious? Do I feel avoidant? Do I feel secure? Right? Those are the feeling things that you're going to show you where you are in your mental body. Am I angry? Am I happy? Am I sad? That's the emotions in your mental body. Your mental body will show you exactly what your belief systems are. And from there, I want you to truly be honest with yourself. What is my belief system around this, right? What is my belief system in my mental body around money, around men, around women, whatever it may be, whatever topic that you're putting into your grid? Keep going deeper from there. And then the energetic work that you have to do, even if you're not familiar with working in the energetic fields like I am, guys, you're still moving energy. When you decide and make a conscious choice to not be doing that behavior anymore. And intention is such a humongous part of the mental body. Intention is, the mindset and understanding the mindset, but it is such a part of the mental body that it truly, truly can cripple you or it can ignite you. But one way or the other, if you're stuck in a rut, you've got to get that energy moving. So how do you get that energy moving, right? The first thing that you can do in your mental body is get mental clarity. How are you going to get mental clarity? Go for a walk, go for a hike, go mountain biking, go surfing, do something that alleviates you in some way. When you're in your mental body, you have to self-soothe. You have to self-soothe. You have to self-soothe in your emotional body, and you have to self-soothe in your mental body. Self-soothing is a technique, and does not happen overnight, right? You can't just say, oh, baby girl, you good. Let's go. Okay. And then your manifestation shows up. You actually have to go back in and reparent yourself in your mental body. Meaning you have to go in and be like, right, baby girl, you're good. You got this, right? I love you. I know that this was, you're super scared. And I understand that without question, I see why you're scared, because in the past, what has happened is you didn't feel safe, right? And so I promise you that you're safe. Just trust me and let me do this, right? So your 4-year-old body is really in control of your mental body, and you're going back in as an adult, and you're soothing and coddling your 4-year-old or your 10-year-old or whatever it is, your inner child, in your mental body. Your emotional body is extremely important at this point still, because it's your responsibility to manage your mental body, to actually understand your emotions, and from that space move into the energetic fields, right? Move into the energetic body of who you are and what it is. Wow. Okay, so we're all energy. We're all energy. And I've self-soothed. I've done the emotional work. I understand the component. Now I'm actually going to play. And this is what you have to do in the energetic fields. You play. When you go into the deep darkness of like the spiritual warfare and the energetic cords and all of this stuff, and I know how to do that. Believe me, I've been doing it for years. Yes, there are moments in time you have to clear your chakras. Yes, there are moments in time where you're going to be emotionally corded to things or situations. There's no intrusion, guys. You have the power. And if you're Christian, stand back, Satan. You have no power here. If you're scientist, then the more positive energy that is infused, that's what will come out, right? And so if you merge science and spirituality, it is truly just understanding that you have the power that creates worlds within inside of you. There's a higher version of you moving you to a version of you. From that space, guys, I'm telling you, things will happen. This is where your life will get wonky. When you start to make a conscious choice to make change, and your mental and your emotional body are not completely under control under that topic yet. You could still move the energy. You can move the energy around. You can make conscious choices. You can do whatever you need to do in the energetic fields. And if you need help and support in the energetic fields, of course, please contact me or somebody that can help you in the energetic fields. But it is an energetic game. Money is an energetic game. Love is an energetic game. Your home is an energetic game. Your body is an energetic game. Your physical body. So the physical body is the final piece. And normally I start with the body and then go to the others. But today I'm starting with others and going up to the physical body. When you are in the middle, your physical body, your physical being, if you're laying in bed and you're eating bonbons and you're focusing on being upset and you're focusing and dwelling and not changing something in your life, in your physical realm, nothing is going to change. The physical action that you need to take in your physical body, sometimes you're in pain, and I understand that. But there are moments in time where you have to do everything in your power to not be where you are. Meaning, you have to change your food, do a cleanse if you have to do a cleanse, move your body, get the serotonin, the oxytocin, and the dopamine up to your brain. Move your body, dance, sing, surf, get out, move your environment, go have an ice cold glass of water so you stop the monkey brain. Physically do something. Make a phone call. Call someone. Physically take action because you have to. We're going to be right back, guys. I know this was a lot. It was a heavy show, but I'm super, super excited because I was in this. I was in the thick of the middle for the past 3 weeks, right? And sometimes it takes a little bit longer than others to work out the wonkiness, but it always works itself out. It always works itself out. In the next segment, I'm going to actually show you how to, when you're in the middle, to actually go in and talk to your inner being. I'm going to show you the process. I'm going to walk you through an activation. I'm going to walk you through the grid process and actually doing that. So we will be right back, guys. Stay tuned. And I promise that when we come back, I'm going to do a quick activation of what is going on in your mental body, your physical body, your emotional body, and your energetic body, guys. We will be right back. Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you for so much for being on the Soul on Fire show. Today is Wednesday and we are teaching. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for those on the live. Thank you for those on the replay. I am Noelle Agape and I'm leading expert in health, wellness, and consciousness. And today we're talking about the middle, the vibratory field between your desire and your manifestation showing up in the 3D world, what that looks like. We have talked about what your energetic body looks like, your emotional body, it looks like your physical body looks like, and your mental body. Going through your energetic grid and understanding where and why things are happening to you. When you understand the where and the why, that is your starting point, guys. And so now I'm going to do a quick activation with you guys. But if you're driving, please stop and watch this on the replay because we're going to have your eyes closed and we're going to put you into the theta state. This is a very quick exercise that you could do every single morning before you get out of bed. I do this all the time. And again, guys, sometimes it takes a little bit of time to get from your desire to your manifestation. And the only thing stopping you is you and your resistance. And that's okay. Be kind to yourself. Know that it is a journey. Know that the world wasn't created in a day, but know that you do have the power that creates worlds within inside of you. And so that being said, I want you just to take a deep breath in and I want you to connect to your heart center and close your eyes and drop your energy from your mind to your heart. Taking a deep breath in. From this space, I want you to take 4 deep breaths and expand it up to your top, bringing your energy literally from your solar plexus, which is your stomach, all the way up to your heart and holding it in your heart for a second. And then expanding that energy up into your brain. And as you're expanding at the top, take a quick breath. Good. And hold it and release. And do that about 4 times. Just a deep breath, feeling the energy move through your body. I want you to feel the energy move through your body. I want you to feel it coming through all of your chakras, just moving up to your body, moving up to your brain, opening up your brain. Now I want you to imagine yourself in your heart center, and then you can put your hands on your heart if you'd like. And I want you to take a deep breath in, and I want you to move up to your soul chakra. Your soul chakra is right above your head. And it's about 8 inches above your head. And this is where your soul has met your body. And I want you to literally take your hands and move your soul around you. That's your energetic home. That's your aura. Just want you to feel at peace there. From this space, taking a deep breath in, I want you to literally scan your energetic body. What's going on energetically? Ask yourself the questions. I want you to see your energetic grid. I want you to ask yourself about the energies that are happening. Where on the energetic grid is your money? Where on the energetic grid is your relationships and your intimacy? Where on the energetic grid is your business or your body and your health? Where in your energetic grid is your spirituality and your soul's purpose? And I want you to ask yourself 2 different spaces. There's the divine masculine energies and the divine feminine energies. And there's the wounded feminine energies and the wounded masculine energies. Where are each of those? This is where you get to do the work. It should be highlighted, right? My relationships are in the wounded masculine. What does that look like? What does that feel like? I want you to have an awareness of that. Now, I want you to think of your desire. Where is that on your energetic grid? How far away from it are you? Are you close to it? Are you far away from it? Now with a deep breath in, I want you to actually merge into that energetic grid. And I want you to move just like chess pieces. Everything to its perfect space. Taking a deep breath in. Knowing that you are powerful. You are loved. Everything that wants you is waiting for you. Everything that you want is waiting for you. From this space, I want you to see what comes up. How do you feel? Just to be aware, be the observer. Do you believe that having this desire is possible? Do you feel that it's far away from you? It's close to you? Do you feel like you can merge with the energies of it? You should have a conversation with your desire. What is it telling you? Where is it showing you need more spiritual work? Where are you disconnected from it? What patterns are coming up in your life showing you that needs to be healed? Are you done with these patterns? Is there more to learn? If there's not more to learn, I want you to embrace this desire and move into it and feel the energy of it. And move it either into the divine masculine or the divine feminine energies and see how it feels from there. And just like a trash can, I want you to literally take the mental trash out of your head and throw away everything. Take it all out, just the mental trash in your body. Take it out and throw it away. Scan your body if there's any obstruction that is blocking you energetically. Feel that. Command that it leaves. Command your presence. Taking a deep breath in, coming back into your body, feeling the magnificence of your desire being separate from you. And that's okay that it's separate from you because it is in the vibratory fields, but you're feeling now in your body, in your soul. From this space, I want you to literally, that same bubble that you put around you, I want you to put into a single ball above your head. And I want you to close up your aura. And now from that space, I want you to imagine that golden light is pouring through your head, rose gold light. Rose is the most healing energy on the planet, and golden light is beautiful, pure divinity, and it is the highest vibration. It is pouring through your body as it is locking in your soul, connecting you to your desire. You feel it, you know it, you smell it, you feel it, you embrace it. It is you, it is done. And when you're ready, just take a deep breath in, move your hands to your heart, and have so much gratitude for something in your life right now. I want you to imagine something you love more than anything on this planet. How much they love you and appreciate you. And feel that love in your heart space. And when your heart is filled with gratitude, I just want you to imagine that you're opening your eyes and you're coming back into your reality and knowing that it's done. And I just want you to separate yourself completely from all that it is. Taking a nice and deep breath in your beautiful, calm state of being. I want you to know that it is done. The universe is supporting you and loving you. And the universe has already taken care of it. I want you to surrender the how, because the what is done and the why is not important and the how is not your job. And when you're ready, just open your eyes and re-engage. You are vibrant, you are love, you are incredible source energy within your body. Taking a deep breath in. And from that space, guys, I want you to know that you are more powerful than you will ever know. And if you need support on this journey, please go to noelleagape.com, because I promise you there are free activations for you there. They're free. There's so much there. At noelleagape.com, our entire goal is to get you to the highest version of yourself. And if you want to go even further, we have 2 retreats that are coming up. The next one is in Tulum again, and Tulum is magical. And it is in January, and it's January 24th through the 30th. And we actually only have 3 spots left. We literally had 4 yesterday, and now we have 3 spots left. And then we're going to Costa Rica in March. Guys, these retreats change your life. They are life-changing. We activate your soul. It is farm to fresh meals. It is rekindles your relationships. It rekindles your job. You are more productive than you've ever been in your entire life. And I promise you guys, it will change you permanently. These retreats are magical. They are designed and encoded to get you to the highest version of yourself. But the coolest thing in the world, guys, is that I also have another TV show that is an adventure and lifestyle TV show. And so I do adventure therapy. And not only do we go deep into your soul and your soul's purpose and we reconnect you, but we go ziplining, we go on ATVs, we go whitewater rafting. We do tons of fun, amazing, crazy adrenaline things, because that's where we literally go deep into your fear, your greatest fear that you will ever have. And we tap into that because we use your amygdala, and we tap into that same chemical that goes through your body, and we make it fun and we make it playful, so your soul will actually allow it to release. And that's what adventure therapy is. It is getting the same exact thing that anxiety or depression or any of those chemicals in your brain. What we do is we take it and we use that instead in crazy ass adventures, and then we change it and we transform it into something that is a better paradigm for you. And you use that momentum to get you everything that you want in your life. It is beautiful. It is wonderful. And I promise you guys, these retreats will change your life. There is nothing that I do or ever have done in 20 years that are as great as these retreats. And they are my greatest gift that has come through me. And they are my greatest gift to the world because they are transformative. They are fun. They are all inclusive. So the only thing you would have to pay for is your travel. And it is beautiful. It is magical. And Tulum is probably one of my favorite places on earth, and it's coming up. There's 3 spots left. In Costa Rica, there's 10. So if it seems to ignite your soul, then please go to noelleagape.com, Soul on Fire Retreats. If this resonated with you, please, please, please like, share, and subscribe because that helps the channel out, but it also allows people to see that they can be empowered and moved into the highest version of themselves. We truly, truly want to get this gift out to the world to as many people as we possibly can. If we raise the vibration of ourselves, guys, and we do the inner work, it literally is saving humanity, but it changes the vibration of everyone around us. It changes your family. It changes your dynamics. It changes your relationships. It changes your body. It changes your intimacy. It changes your health. It changes your finances, and it moves you into the greatest version of you. Our work here on this planet, not an easy time, and I understand that, and I know that, and I will never take away from any soul that is doing any work in any way. But when you are fighting against anything, guys, you are fighting against yourself. There is no fight. There is no separation. There is no division. The only division is between you and you. And yes, it may seem that crazy things are going on with the government, crazy things are going on in society, but I promise you, your soul has agreed to be here. And I promise you, if you show up, that the God source universe says to you, it's your time. I promise you, it's all within you. I promise you, you are more powerful than you will ever know. I promise you, if we come together as humanity, we can actually change the vibration of the planet, because one person in alignment is worth 1,000,000 people that are not. One person in alignment is worth 1,000,000 people that are not. Do the work, guys. Understand you are more powerful than you will ever know. Understand that you can change humanity by changing you. You are a gift to this world. And the world is a better place because you are in it. And if you don't know that, please reach out to anybody to get support, because the world needs you. We need you. We love you so, so, so much. You are here on purpose, for purpose. My love for you is so grand, and I see you and I know you, and I don't even know who you are, but I can feel all of you watching. It's time. We get to change humanity. Your soul has chosen this. It's time to rise. I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you in the next video.